It's Fans Corner. Welcome to it, and thank you so much for making time for us. We are back in the Nedbank Cup, the 2024-2025 Nedbank Cup Final between Kaizer Chiefs against Orlando Pirates out at the Moses Mabhida Stadium in KZN, Durban. And that game ending in 2-1 in favor of Kaizer Chiefs. No extra time needed, no penalties needed, just 90 minutes and extra injury time, and that's all that it took. And Kaizer Chiefs are finally champions of something, champions of a major trophy in South African football. For the first time in this channel, actually, we get the opportunity to congratulate my team, my favorite team, Kaizer Chiefs, for winning a major trophy in South African football. And boy, am I excited. I can't hide my excitement. I'm jubilated. I'm over the moon. I'm just like any other Kaizer Chiefs fan out there. What a way to do it, number one. What a way to do it. 10 years of suffering, 10 years of drought officially comes to an end. And what if you had to choose an opponent to beat in the final, you had to choose your arch rivals in Orlando Pirates. And what a way to do it. And let's not forget, we'll talk about the game, but I just want to put context in everything here. Let's not forget that this was a final between one of the worst Kaizer Chiefs sides we've seen in many seasons. One of the worst Kaizer Chiefs sides we've seen in many seasons. This is a Kaizer Chiefs side that is likely going to finish outside the top 8 in this season's league campaign versus an Orlando Pirates, which is still in the title race, mathematically speaking. That could change tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. With 3 games to go in the league, Pirates are still in contention mathematically for the league, which means we've just witnessed a final game, a cup final between one of the worst Kaizer Chiefs sides versus one of the best Orlando Pirates sides in recent seasons. Because here you have a team that is struggling to break into the top 8 versus a team that is challenging for the title, and they are meeting in the final, and nothing could separate them. For a long time, nothing could separate the two teams. And eventually, Kaizer Chiefs got that winning goal in the second half. Very late in the second half. Perfect time to score. You score and go out and defend. I'm happy because we scored at that particular time. Because had we scored around the 60th minute, Pirates were going to come back. We've seen that. We've seen that in the league as well last week. And I think Kaizer Chiefs are not capable of managing a lead. So it's better when they win in the last 10 minutes of the game, when they can suffer for just 10 minutes. I think the current crop of players are incapable of suffering for more than 15 minutes. That's why we hardly keep a lead against teams like such as Orlando Pirates. We can't keep a lead for too long. You saw the first lead after the penalty goal. 7 minutes after that, we conceded a goal. So hence I'm saying it was crucial that Kaizer Chiefs score very late and then shut the back door, manage the game for those few minutes. Even those few minutes felt like a long time, especially for those of us who support Kaizer Chiefs. The last 5 minutes in particular, the added time felt even longer than the game itself. I'm excited. Forgive me for, you'll have to forgive me. I mean, it's been 10 years since the last time we were able to say congratulations or to say we are champions of something significant in South African football. The game itself, I think in the first half you could tell which team is playing the game and which team is playing the occasion. We'll have to forgive Kaizer Chiefs for playing the occasion instead of playing the game, because, I mean, this is a team that hasn't won a trophy in 10 years. The last time we were in the finals of this particular tournament, we were embarrassed by a low division team in TS Galaxy. Let's not forget that. That happened to us in this particular tournament some 6 years ago. So you have to understand that there was a huge monkey at the back of Kaizer Chiefs and their technical team that they had to shake off because of the drought that had befallen Naturena for so long. So it was a big occasion for Kaizer Chiefs as a team, as a technical team, as individual players. It had to be a big occasion. So they had to play both the game and the occasion. For Orlando Pirates, they have been winning this trophy for the past 2 seasons. This was the 3rd consecutive final for them. So winning it and not winning it doesn't really make much of a difference for them. I guess it would have been nice for Jose Rivero to win it, to say I've played in all Nedbank Cup games, and I won all of them, and I won 3 trophies. It would have been a nice record for him, and it would have been nice for the players to give that to him as a gift, a farewell gift. But it wasn't to be, because the hunger was big. The hunger was quite massive and immense for at Kaizer Chiefs. So yeah, congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs, man. Like I'm saying, in the first half, you could tell that Chiefs were playing. At sometimes we looked completely clueless when we had the ball, and when Pirates had the ball, they knew what to do. The thing is, Pirates knew what to do when they have the ball and when they don't have the ball. With us, we kind of, as a team, it looked like we don't have a plan. I'm being critical of the team, because in the first half, we've had to suffer, even though we scored first, but we had to suffer at the hands of a better team than us, which makes this victory even much sweeter for us, because we won against a better team. Pirates are much better than us on paper and on the field. So I have to congratulate Kaizer Chiefs for that. But in the first half, like I'm saying, when Pirates had the ball, they knew what they were going to do. But when Chiefs had the ball, sometimes they had no idea. Sometimes we ended up just before the final third, because we can't break beyond that. The Pirates' defense was quite present, and we couldn't break that. But the penalty itself, Chiefs having won that penalty, quite a soft penalty if we're to be honest, but we've seen them being given. It's nothing new that it's not like something unique that we've never seen before, but it was quite a soft penalty. We'll take that any day. Sometimes you need that luck, and we made our luck and we won, and we won a penalty and we scored. But then the Kaizer Chiefs that we've been seeing throughout the whole season started showing off up again, where they could not manage the game when they were in the lead. Pirates win a free kick, another unnecessary free kick, and I have such a beef with Solomon, because Solomon has the physique, the fitness of a proper soccer player, but sometimes the decision making is terrible. That free kick was unnecessary free kick. The way we defended that free kick was terrible. Goalkeeper is also at fault. A lot was wrong with how we defended that free kick. Pirates came back. A very experienced team that has been playing together for more games this season and for over more than just one season. So you have your game, you have your work cut out for you if you are going to be playing against a team like that. That we saw last week, that they've learned a lot from KEF. They know how to manage the game. If it's them leading, you can't come back, because they know how to manage the game because of what they learned in Africa. I said that last week in the Soweto Derby in the league. But I think we learned our lesson from that particular game as well. Because when we took the lead in the second half, we started showing signs of a team that learned a lesson from a recent game. That really makes me happy. In the second half, we have to say, I think we can all agree that it was the substitutions that won Chiefs the game. We saw the 2 substitutes in Shabalala and Dupree combining to create that goal for Yusuf Mart. Yusuf Mart, we've been critical of him for for so long, and for a good reason. We've been critical of him because he's let us down so many times. Even today, we can't really say he had a perfect 90 minutes. But after scoring that goal, we started seeing a different side of him. A Yusuf Mart one who was willing to fight and make sure that he defends his goal. I mean, Pirates will have the ball on the left-hand side and shift it to the right-hand side. You'll still find him on the right-hand side trying to defend and make sure that Kaizer Chiefs do not concede. And rightfully so, he won man of the match, I think, because he showed up. He led by example today. This is something that has been missing for a long time. I think Chiefs had to do so many things that they've been doing wrong in the past, throughout the whole season. Throughout the whole season, we could not manage a lead. Throughout the whole season, we did not see the fighting spirit. Throughout the season, we've seen some terrible substitutions. Today, we saw substitutions that came on and changed the game and won it for us and broke a very long drought of trophies out at Naturena. For that, we have to give Nabi his credit. He did well in terms of the substitution and the way they did, especially in the second half. But in the first half, like I said, we did not look like a team that is going to win this particular tournament. We have to congratulate Kaizer Chiefs for this. And the way we did it, I think, in terms of how we've had to beat Mamelodi Sundowns, who are the best team in the country and arguably one of the best, if not the best team in the continent as well. We've had to beat them. Yes, we had our luck with that offside goal. It's water under the bridge now. We've had to beat Orlando Pirates. We've had to beat the top 2 teams, the best teams in the country, who were in the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League just not so long ago. So we've had to beat some good teams in this particular tournament. I'm singling those 2 because they are the top 2 teams. We've also had to beat Stellenbosch, who have been in the number 3 position for a long time. So we've had to beat number 1, 2, and the competitive number 3 in the league. So we did it the hard way. I have to say we had to do it the hard way, and we deserve all the celebrations that we know. We are going to shut down the country. Remember what happened when we won against Mamelodi Sundowns? The things we saw on social media when we won against Mamelodi Sundowns. Chiefs were already celebrating as if they've won the trophy because we've been abused by Mamelodi Sundowns for too long. This one is even bigger. We beat a team that has been beating us for the past 5 games. Okay, this was game number 6. They've been beating us in the past 5 games. Game number 6, if we lost today, it was going to be painful. But then we beat them. You win the trophy. You break a trophy drought that has been there for a long time. Remember, this is Nabi's first season in the country, and he wins his first trophy right towards the end of the season. It couldn't have been scripted any better. It takes the monkey off his back. It kind of gives him some leverage in terms of going into the next season, because we're not going to say win us trophies, because we're just fresh from winning the last trophy of the season, and then we go into the new season. So I think it's going to be a little bit easier for him to try and plan for Kaizer Chiefs without so much pressure, because this has been a team that has been suffering for so many seasons. But at the same time, we have to be wary of winning a trophy with a bad team. This is a bad Kaizer Chiefs team, like I said earlier on. Because sometimes winning a trophy with a bad team it's like applying cosmetics to a very ugly picture. Applying amazing makeup to an ugly person to make them look good. These days, there are those great, amazing technological makeups that are out there, such that a person looks completely different. That's what winning a trophy with a bad team does. It makes you kind of forget that I actually have a poor team that can't compete in the league, that needs fixing, because now we get too carried away and we celebrate for too long and the likes. I hope that Kaizer Chiefs don't fall for that and try to fix our problems while we celebrate this. We also remember that when we need to compete next season. Otherwise, allow Kaizer Chiefs fans to celebrate. We are a very special group of fans. You know how we are. We are going to shut down this country. We're going to make so much noise. It's just going to be about Kaizer Chiefs for the next couple of days. But deservedly so, man. Deservedly so. And congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. Tough luck to Orlando Pirates. They won the game that mattered to them the most last week, which is the league. If they are going to challenge, if something is going to happen for them, that those 3 points are going to be important. But we won the one that mattered to us the most, especially in the past 10 years. This was the biggest game of Kaizer Chiefs in the past 10 years. The biggest win, because the other finals we lost. Remember, we lost the 2019 final. We also lost the 2021 CAF Champions League. So yeah, we've had our sufferings, but today it's about us celebrating. Congratulations to us. Congratulations to all the Kaizer Chiefs fans out there, and thank you so much for making time for us. This has been Fans Corner. We meet again in the next one. I wanted to say this could be a terrible, and it's likely going to end like that. A terrible weekend for Orlando Pirates. Losing, it's almost like losing 2 titles in the same weekend, because they've just lost the Nedbank Cup today. Tomorrow Sundowns play a game, and if they win that game, they reach the maximum number of points that Pirates can reach this season, which then puts Sundowns in a position where they can win the league in the next. They will win the league in the next game if they draw. They don't even have to win. So yeah, it's not a very good weekend for Paga. Hard luck, tough luck, Orlando Pirates. You've had your time on the spotlight. Allow us to also have to bask in this spotlight, no matter how short of a time it lasts for, but allow us to have that particular time. We meet again in the next one. Thank you so much. This has been Fans Corner.